Greetings everyone, this is Fleet Admiral Alt Lexington from the Merricky Command Fleet. It is the 27th of July 2017 at about 5:45 PM. This is the first voice video I've done in a while, so please bear with me if it's not that good. But today we have a ship unboxing. Yes, I recently acquired this little baby, the Son'a Intel Battlecruiser T6 from the Lobi store. And let's see what I can do with her. So let's open the box, give it a new name. I've already done videos with the lockbox sonar ship, the science vessel, and that ship was called Face Stretcher. So I'm going to call this one Stretched Face. Because the sonar are very vain and like to stretch the skin on their face to try and make themselves look younger, though it doesn't really work. Yep, the Son'a Intel Battlecruiser. Okay, let's go and ready the starship at the shipyard. Down here, this little area down here. Select ship. This was the lockbox one, the Sonar Command Science Vessel, but and I've already done 3 videos with this. You can find them on the same channel as this video will be on. But now we're looking for the new one, Stretched Face I just called it, if I can find it. There it is. And we can ready the starship. First thing I like to do when I'm building a new ship is get rid of the junk that comes with the ship, the default stuff that allows people to just quickly test it in a deep space encounter, because anything can survive one of those. Now that the ship's ready, we don't need to be in the ship selector anymore. We can just pop out way down here and open up our own ship screen. Okay, so how will I build this? I have no idea. Let's see, the mastery will have resistance, physical and kinetic. Critical severity, that's good. Energy and radiation. Whole hit points, and the trait subspace warheads, high yield and transport warheads cause anomalies. Hitting with high yield or transport warhead spawns a level 61 tear that will chase down the nearest foe while causing 17.5 physical damage and -5 current engine power to all foes within 1 kilometer. Doesn't sound that great, but you never know. But we don't get that until we've completed mastery, so let's have a look at the stations. We get an engineer intel station plus a second engineer station, which is good, because that means we can have all 4 main engineering abilities that I like to use, plus 2 extras. Not much science here, which means we might have to do a second science station for this universal one. But that would leave us with just one advanced Romulan, one Romulan operative, or whatever they're called. Superior Romulan operative, that's it. So we might end up with 2 of them instead, and go very light on science. Still, let's put the gear on. First things first, I like to just put on the Nakara stuff. 2 pieces of the Nakara set, just to see what happens, and 2 pieces of the Terran set. That's what I usually go for these days. So first of all, the Terran deflector, the the Nucara impulse engine, the Terran warp core, and the Nucara shield, if I can find it. There it is. The Nucara 2-piece gives you +5 all weapon damage, so that's why I use that. And the Terran 2-piece improves your hit points and your shield drains and energy resistance. Well, you know what I mean. So this gives you a bit of extra survivability. So the Nucara 2-piece gives you extra firepower, and the Terran 2-piece gives you extra survivability. Now, of course, I'm going to put my usual coalition disruptors on because might as well be safe instead of trying anything weird during mastery. So let's find them. I could go beanbags on the front and Omnis on the back, but I'd rather go with beam rays because it's what I'm used to. So coalition crit D damage times 3. Okay. I don't have 8 of them because I like to put on the Terran task force beam as well. So I only ever need 7. So where is the Terran task force beam from the Terran reputation? There we go. Devices, that's no brains. Just want a temporal negotiator, red matter capacitor, and energy amplifiers. Corrupted energy amplifiers. Next is engineering consoles. Well, this for the turn rate and extra shielding, but mostly the power transfer rate. Conductive RCS with EPS mod. Next is Bio-Neural from the Lobi store. This gives you plus 25 crit severity, which is a lot for a console. Now let's put on more turn rate, crit chance of crit severity with tachyokinetic converter, and the Borg reputation console for more chance and severity, plus it gives you some nice hull healing. The console that comes with the ship gives you drain resistance and allows you to drain better, plus it increases your shield hit points and shield power, and it probably has a clicky create moving anomalies. I don't think that's going to be that good, so we might not use that. So let's take that off for now. Put it with the other part of its set. These two consoles are from the set. This one from this ship, this one from the other Son'a ship. Let's just have a look at what they do when they're together. Plus 20% plasma weapon damage out of combat. Plus 20% hull regeneration per minute. In combat, 10% hull regeneration. So that's not so bad. In combat, you get 20% plasma weapon damage. So that's if you were using the weapons that come with the ship, or in the logbox, the isolated plasma beam arrays. That's quite useful. Plasma does need a little boost like that, but I'm not using plasma. And the other stuff here doesn't seem so good. So we'll leave the set off for now. Well, vulnerability locators, that's a no-brainer if I can find ones that disrupt damage. I've got so many. Yep, they will disrupt ones for the extra damage and critical chance. I'm going to leave these blank for now until I get out into space and can see what my stat numbers turn out to be. But this is just basic for now. So my skill tree, I recently made a change to add some torpedo skill, but I rarely use torpedoes and not on this build at the moment, so it's kind of redundant these are. I also put in a point for exotic in case I ever want to do gravity wells or something, because previously my gravity wells were crap, so were my torps. But I had to get rid of some engineering points in order to do that. Let's just go through this to show you what I'm using. Battery expertise, because I always use energy amplifiers. Maximum hull capacity, because it's all about the hull these days. About survivability. Sector space travel, because I'm always zipping around places, and in case I want to do tour the galaxy one day. I used to go with threat control, but now I'm going with hangar weaponry because there's a few more ships these days with pets. Hangar and pets can sometimes be pretty good. So there you go. And projectile damage is better than critical chance because your projectiles are usually fired with a spread. So critical chance doesn't really mean much when half of your torpedoes aren't going where they're supposed to in a spread. So you might as well just go for crit damage. Energy critical damage over critical chance because more damage better. And accuracy better than defending yourself. Better to do high DPS and blow up than do low DPS and stay alive. Now, I was using temporal operative for the science vessel, the solar science vessel, but I'm going to switch that back to intelligence now as primary. And strategist as secondary, even though I'm not using threat control anymore. I still get to press that, get this button to press. Traits. Now I had my traits a little different for the science vessel. I'm going to change them back now to what I'm more accustomed to. So best to just remove them all and start from scratch. This will take a moment. Probably put half the same ones back on again. Hopefully I can remember what I had before. That's the trait from the other ship, the science vessel. Okay, that's cleared the traits. These ones are always the same, so they can stay. So normally in the first slot I put, do you know, I can't remember, but I do remember some of them, and memory will come back as I put them on. Just have to put them in the right places in order to jog my memory on what I usually use. These may not stay, they might change as I play with the build a bit, figure out what I want to keep on it and switch around. Doesn't matter where you put the traits, I'm just putting them in places so I can jog my memory about what I usually use. I think that's my normal setup. So we've gone with Fleet Coordinator for the 2% damage per team member, Inspirational Leader, that had +10 to most Starship skills whenever I use a Bridge Officer ability. Medium Bypass, that's for engineers, for when you hit God, I can't remember what it's called, Nadion something or other. It's an engineering button for an engineering tool. And this will increase damage whenever I use it. Fleet Coordinator for the less threat generation and a tiny bit of crit severity. Self-modulating fire for the shield penetration. Operative for plus crit chance plus severity. It's not that much, but it will do. Beam training to enhance my beams. Beam barrage to enhance them a little further. And coalition tactics for a little boost from teammates. Emergency weapon cycle. That's the thing that makes your weapons fire at a lot faster rate. Pedal to the metal, that gives you more damage as long as you stay at full impulse. It's kind of like the reverse of anchored. Anchored trait up here, where is it? There it is. That gives you more damage if you're standing still, whereas this gives you more damage if you're going fast. Supremacy. I don't know what it does, but it does a lot. Gives you extra power levels. It keeps you from losing power as well. Numerical superiority, more people who target my target will mean more damage for me to be able to do. That's for when you're firing at the big targets like the nano transformers, the tactical cube, the gateway. And this for the cooldown, peak efficiency for the cooldown of Bridge Officer abilities. If I don't remember where these come from. This one I know comes from the bomb, and this one from the Budweiser Lobi store Astica. That's about all I can remember right now off the top of my head. Now for space reputation, well, I like to have auxiliary power configuration offensive. I think this is the one. Yeah, offensive. That allows my auxiliary power to be fed into my weapons. So one subsystem is feeding into another subsystem. Here we have, where is it? Is that it? Yes, precision for the 4% critical chance. There's another one. If I can figure out where it is. Ah yes, advanced targeting systems for the 16 critical severity. And tactical advantage for the armor penetration. And finally, energy refrequencer for the hull heals. They create green swirly things around your ship to heal you. Now for the stations. Now I don't claim to be a good shipbuilder, so take whatever I say with a pinch of salt, because I'm not that good. I'm just copying what other people have done basically and what works for them. Anyway, for my engineering station, I like to put on my Nautican because he has a space trait called Pirate. I got him from levelling up one of my officer assignment schools. And for the other engineer, I like to put in someone from the Fleet Research Lab, a Krenin, with a trait, where is it? Temporal engineering. Science, of course, we want the hierarchy guy from a Delta episode. He's the only space guy in the game with 2 traits, I believe. Efficient and Pirate. It's probably the best officer in game, in fact. And of course we're going to put on a superior Romulan operative. Now I don't think we're going to need heavy science on a battlecruiser, so I don't think I'm going to put in another science tool. I think I'm going to put in another Romulan operative because I'd like the crit chance and crit severity they give. So let me find another suitable one. There he is. Now, since this is an Intel ship, we don't need these abilities here, so we'll keep that there. Change this for engineering team. That means we can change these two. For now, we're just going to go with what we know. Override subsystem safeties. 2 copies of it. And up here, since we've got an extra space here, I'm not going to use a command ability because listening, they're not that good. Or at least I've never found them to be. And we're not using torpedoes, so it's hard to know what to put in there really. So we might as well put in a command ability, since there's not really much else we can put in. Let's see what else can go here. I suppose we could use focused assault here. Put in Kinesight 1 here, since we're not using torps. That might be good. Yep, that'll do. Let's make sure Sulu is a command of this superior Romulan operative. He's intelligence at the moment, so I'll change him to command since he's in a command seat, just in case I want to use any command abilities at some point. I'll do the same with Chekhov, but he's already in command. My engineers will be intelligence, I suppose. And my science officer may as well be intelligence because that's what he came as. Not that it matters to change them, I'm just finicky about this sort of thing. So that's our build. More or less for now. Enough for now. So let's see what the ship customization does before we go out into space. One moment, I've got to make sure the visuals are turned off. Disable visuals. Now we can have a look at the customization options. It seems very dark in here all the time. Can't really get a good look at his ship. You get the sonar bridge with this. It's not just this room, there's a little conference room behind as well, directly behind. Let's put on white for now. It's not making any difference. So there's not much customization available. Oh, there we go, that's more like it. There's a little bit of colour changing going on, but probably won't use these colours anyway. I'll probably put on some shield visuals or something. I just want to have a look and see. What might be available. You can't really tell from looking at this, but yeah, you can't really tell because it's just too dark. No, I think I'll just leave it as Corpus. And maybe put on a shield or something to make it look different when I'm in space. But for now we'll just save it. That blue doesn't look very nice to me. Let's try and put on a darker blue. Let's try that one. Save it. That's a bit better. So we can get rid of that. And these colours, we need to change them, I think. Something a bit more red, I believe. No, it didn't make any real difference. Green. bit better, a bit of green, but then it doesn't go with the blue very well. What about dark purple maybe? No, so before I run out of costume slots, I'll just delete some of them. Green might be a good one to stick with, but let's try yellow. The yellow's a bit murky. Doesn't seem to be something that isn't murky. That's a bit better with the yellow. So we'll delete this one and load this one. Load it again just to make sure. Purchase. Probably won't keep the costume. We'll probably just end up putting this shield on to change its appearance. So now it's time to crack a bottle in the hull and go for our first little shakedown to the edge of the solar system. We can be out the way and check other people's buffs and check our stat numbers. I should have made the blues a red and the other colour, the yellow, should be blue. Or maybe a yellow. Maybe switch them around, make them opposite to what they are. But for now I'm going to stick with that, or else this would have been gone for a while. So now it's just a little flight to the edge of the solar system. I haven't set the power levels yet, so it's going to be faster than it normally is, than it would normally be. Just go to the edge of the map so I can get away with other players and their team buffs. That way I can see my own stats a bit clearer. So I have to determine what constructs to put on and such. And also we're closer to the sun, so we can get a good bright look at the ship. There we go. Turn it towards the sun. Well, it looks like a giant boomerang. Something the Predator would have and throw. Or Batman would have it and throw it at you. But it's quite a handsome looking ship. In fact, its head, its top part, kind of reminds me of the creature from Alien. The Queen. But its arms and wings don't. They remind me more of... this could be Batman's ship. This could be the Bat Spacemobile. Right. Let's just remove all these tools that because I'm going to be putting them back on in my own order. This would be trade 10 here when I get it sorted, because trade 10 is bound to my spacebar, so I can put my main abilities on here and just use the spacebar to rotate through them. A keybind. I'm thinking, with the resistances so low at the moment, 14.5-ish, around under 15. I might end up putting Bounty Hunter's Friend on for the duration of the mastery, and then replace it with something else once the mastery gives me more resist, if it does. There, that's trait 10, ready to be tooled. So, set the power levels. Usually put weapons up to full and lock it into place. Then put auxiliary up to full and lock it into place. And then lock the others where they end up and save it. There we go, so we got 125 without any science consoles. 64 over 15, 90%. That's not so bad. Now I wonder, if I remove the ball console, what would that do to my weapon power? Oh, it's only 24. It only went down to 24. It only went down by 1 point. That's not so bad, but let's keep that on anyway for the chance ability and hull heals, whatever else it does. I just know from experience it's good to use it. 745 shield regeneration. Now that is good for a ship with no sciencey consoles on it, and that is really good. In fact, a bit too good if you ask me. What have I done to get that? Warp signature masking full charge. Where did that come from? 700-day veteran, crystal refraction from a 2-piece Makara, and coalition tactics trait. But this warp signature masking, is this a natural ability for the ship? Or is it a trait I accidentally put on? I don't think so. Or is it from my Intel skill tree? I'm not entirely sure where that comes from. Don't think I've seen it before. But it vaguely rings a bell. Odd. Anyway, let's see what we got here. We've got good shields, good regen for shields, not very good resistances, but we're not mastered up yet. Very good for these crits, chance and crit severity, good speed, good turn rate, not so great speed. Good turn rate, but not the best. So look at the side stats. 140 shield drain, 115 resistance to control, barely no exotic damage. So I just think I really need to go defensive just to get these up, so Bounty Hunter's Friend. But then there's other consoles like this one that will give you resistances, but not enough. Not on its own anyway, not enough passive. So we'll leave that off for now. No passive on any of the consoles that come with the ship. Anything else that has resistance, that improves resistance, I don't know. So it's just safest to go with Bounty Hunter's Friend, I think. That way you get it up above 30, which is what you want. And since the shielding is good and the resistances are now good with Bounty Hunter's Friend, I think I can do with a bit more drain. So I will choose drain X times 2 if I can find one. There it is. That puts me up to 203. You want it above 200. And that just leaves me with boosting crit chance and crit severity space. Or speed. Well, speed will come with mastery, I think. I'm not sure. Let's have a look again. Severity will. Yeah, this ship doesn't seem to have much speed. 29 isn't really that fast. And since it's only from mastery, I'm going to want to be as resistible as possible until mastery is complete. So I could put on 0 point from the Romulan reputation. Oh, there's one. Improved disrupted damage. There's that one. What are my disruptors doing? 1958 disrupted damage. Take that off. 1879. So that's adding a good fair bit of disrupted damage, but it also adds drain expertise, which is a good thing. But let's take it up for now and put on 0 point from the Romulan reputation if I can find it. There it is. That also adds drain expertise, not as much, but it gives you 2.2 crit chance, which is damn good. But the disrupted damage isn't as high as it was with the Nautican console. Yeah. 1879 with that. 1881 with that. 1959. So the Nautican console is clearly the front runner. But let's try temporal disentanglement console, because that gives you a good severity and crit boost. But still, no. It also gives you nice shielding. I mean, look at that. 1900. That's pretty good for one of my builds. However, I might just go without either of them, because this ship seems to be in need of a bit extra speed, because I like that above 30. And the way to do that is to move one of the engineering consoles down and put on. I could put on some armour for some resistance. I've got some armour here somewhere that gives its turn rate. Let's see what that does. 7.9. It's not much of a boost for turn rates, but my resistances have gone way over that armor. But no. Let's try Polaric. That doesn't do anything but turn rate and speed. That's a bit better. However, with the shields at 16, I don't think speed is all that important to this ship. I think what's more important is to have the disruptor damage. I could put this on for a little bit of extra damage. Let's see what that does when it's on. It boosts my resistances a little bit. And it puts me up to 935. That's good. That's almost as good as the disruptor console. But it also has a clicky. This dynamic power module comes from the logbook ship, I believe it is. The Atlas, the undiscovered logbox. What does it do? It gives you 11.2 resistance. That's where my resistances have gone up. Gives you 17.8 directed energy damage. That's right, I'm at 1935. And gives you a clicky that increases your resistances massively and your damage output. So I'm thinking I don't need the Bounty Hunter's Friend with this thing. Although you can only get to use it once or twice in combat, and it's a long cooldown. But I think I'm going to suffer the low resistances here because I've got okay shields. And it'll plus allow me to put on that, pushing my disruptors up to 2015 flat damage. And whenever I hit that console button, I'll get a resistance boost and a damage boost. This is risky going with resistances this low, but I've got good regeneration for one of my ships because I don't have much regeneration in my skill tree, so that's pretty good. Usually it's around 500. And I don't have the fancy fleet boosts that others have, except for these maybe, but I'm not going to be using them. I don't want to use anything but batteries. I don't want to use anything that others haven't got access to with their fleets. Although I recognise they will have access to all this gold stuff. But, well, I don't know what I'm doing. And I've got the extra shield drain as well, which whenever you increase this, you're draining the enemy shields faster, but you're also increasing your threat, I believe. Because they don't like having their shields drained because it exposes their hull. I'm thinking of replacing two of these coalitions, one with the Nautican Disruptor and another with the Nautican Torpedoes. But let's just have a quick look and see what happens if we do that. So where's the Nautican Disruptor? There it is. Now what's that doing? 1866, that's not much compared to this. However, if we take one of these off and put on the Nautican Torpedo, where is it? It should boost that. It has. But it's also boosting my other disruptors as well. And the torpedo's doing 9,000 damage. Let's have a look at what the 3-piece has given me. The 2-piece gives me extra damage, and the 3-piece gives me extra damage as well, and hull penetration. However, the way I fly my ships, I don't like to use anchored, because I tend to blow up too much, because the anchored trait means you have to stay still while firing at something, and your resistances are lowering while you're staying still. You may get more damage output, but your resistances are lowering, and you're making that thing you're firing at more angry, so it will kill you quicker. But you'll kill it quicker. When you've got multiple targets firing on you, and you kill one quickly, but the others, they've already got you. So I don't really like using anchored, and that's what you need if you're going to fire torpedoes. Otherwise you'll never get it lined up properly if you don't anchor yourself in front of the target. Well, at least I can't. I'm not that good a pilot. Just out of curiosity though, if I remove coalition tactics because it doesn't give you a big boost, it doesn't give you a weapons boost, I don't believe, and I put on anchored, and then wait for 4 stacks of it to come on. There you go, 4 stacks, and now my disruptor damage should be a lot more. 2,444. That's better. However, my resistance is... yikes. We're at yikes level. That's why I don't like using anchored. I prefer pedal to the metal. Stay at speed. So we put back on coalition tactics. I've got to find where it's gone. My resistances are low anyway. And I have got room to put on a torpedo spread thingy. Got room for it. And I just thought of another console that might help. Where is it? It comes from the NX class Lobi store ship. I believe it memory serves. But I can't see it. My eyes are getting worse and worse. There it is. Now that should boost my Norseman torpedo, but not by much. Oh, hang on a minute. Gives me 1 critical chance. 1% critical chance. So it's boosting my disruptor weapons as well. Let me take it off. 1 100, 974, back on, 212, 200. I think I'm keeping that. Info. It's because I've got two pieces of the synergistic retrofitting gear on. So it's this and this together that are boosting my disruptor damage by 33%. So both of them together are worth it. And my shield drain hasn't gone down too much. It's down a little, but it's, I think I can risk it because other players in team matches would have their own drains going on. So this ship is going to be a little squishy at first, but boy can it pack a punch. It'll be slow, it'll be squishy, but it will pack a punch. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. And I'm just wondering whether to rearrange my weapons. I'm thinking it might be smart to do so. Okay, so the reason I rearrange my weapons is because when you click them for auto fire, make them green, you have to click them in the order of priority, which ones you want to fire first, and to get so they get the best benefit from your power level, which one to fire last, which gets whatever's left in your power level. At least that's the way it was explained to me. So, let's start putting our tools on. And hopefully some of these stats will increase when I get mastery going. So, bear with me while I do this. I can usually get it done fairly quick. So this is what will be my heel. It's gone up to 2,900. Now that is good. 2,900 damage. So that's kind of like a heel that gives you firepower. I wonder if I put anchored on and then clicked that, what it would do for these. So let's go back to trades, took off coalition tactics, put anchored back on, then go look at the resist numbers, watch the resist drop as anchored stacks up, and we'll try it when it's cooled down. You get it once every 2 minutes. For how long? think it's 15 seconds, I'm not sure. Oh, I'm reading the wrong thing. As long as health is above 80%, plus 100 bonus resistance, 500 whole regen. That's interesting to me. Might be worth keeping that. Keeping this one very good. Yeah, I've just put my tools on where I'm used to having them. I've got my intelligence team again. But I'm not that smart. That's why I need intelligence team to help me out. And it just fell off. What just fell off of there? Something did. Looks like I'm not going to have enough space for everything that I want on here. Now, I can't remember, do I put these after firewood or I keep on them before? It's hard to know. Directed energy modulation should be on there somewhere. There it is. And if that's on there, then where's tactical team going to go? Actually, I think I should put firewall above, get it firing before I hit the override subsystems. Otherwise, it would take many a keybind smash to get it going. But then that's not a problem for me, keybind smashing. I can't fit tactical team on there, but I might remember to hit that manually. I always put tactical team here, but I usually put it on the keybind as well, the same copy, because sometimes I forget to hit it. Sometimes I hit it too much, so I like to have it in both places in case I forget to hit it, and here in case I want to hit it too much. I normally like to put on my torpedo spread on here as well, because I'm no good at manually firing torpedoes. I usually leave them on auto, whereas a lot of people say you should have them on manual, and I agree with them if you're good at firing them, which I'm not. So torpedoes will have to go here for now. Temporal negotiator, that's a lifesaver. Temporal Negotiator will reduce these 3 heals. I call them heals, but technically they're not heals, but they are lifesavers. Science team heals your shields, engineering team heals your hull, tactical team keeps your strongest shields between you and the enemy. Right, where are we at now? What do we got? Battery is on. I seem to feel like I'm light on abilities for my main part of my tool tray. Almost as if I'm missing things, missing tools. No, I think we're good. Oh, there's that one that goes there. Refracting teardrop, there it is. We'll find more things if we can. In a minute. Right, Terran Task Force beam would be beam 7, I think. Nausicaa would be beam 5, 6, 7. Ah, there we are. That's more like it. You know my videos by now, those of you who have been watching for a while, they're just warts and all. All my mistakes all thrown in as well. I don't hide anything. There's the weapons in the right order. Now we go to putting on things that don't really need to be put onto your tool tray. I just like to have them there, not because you ever use them, but it gives me peace of mind. Just to know that I put everything I can on to my tray. Where is it? Where is it? Nimbus Pyro I'm looking for. Where are you, Nimbus Pyro? It's the trouble with having a long list, you can never find nothing. I know it's here somewhere. Nimbus Pyro seems to have disappeared. I've got it in my inventory. My eyes get a little bit blurry from time to time, so it's hard to spot things. staring me in the face the whole time. Right, looks like we're getting somewhere now. Let's just cycle through. So I'm going to have to remember to strike the tactical team manually and torpedo spread. Because they're not on the keybind due to these two being there. Although I may only go with one of them eventually. I'm not sure, I'm not convinced you two make much of a difference. Not unless you're really picky about DPS. Maximum uptime, I'm not really bothered. But if that's penetration, then it might be better to set up before I set off torpedo spread. But then I could be turning in battle and miss the spread. I don't know, I don't care. I've got lots of these things on my ready to go onto my tool tray, but I've never actually used them. I just collected them from competitive red building. Never actually used them. Besides, they only really work for PvP, so they're pretty useless to me. But I think that's the build anyway. And now we can go back to the resistances, these numbers. That's what it's like with 4 stacks of anchored. And if I click this, it goes to 53, so maybe it is worth using anchored after all. Although I'm always nervous about using anchored because every time I used it in the past I keep blowing up. Right, so now what I do is create. Hang on, there's one more thing to do before I do that. And that's click the weapons in order you want them to use your ship's power. Make sure all the visuals are turned off. And that's good. Now we create 2 loadout slots, standard for your base build, your main build, and unstandard for when you want to mess about and make changes without losing your base build. I think we save a couple of times because the game has a tendency to drop loadouts. Takes 15 seconds each save. So I think we've got something okay here now. What I want to do though is go to the ship selector and clear out some of this mess in my inventory. Make sure I didn't lose anything I want to keep. So, being down to the Academy and then back up to Space Dock saved me flying halfway across the solar system again. Almost beamed into a wall just then. I must have been going at light speed. For a moment I felt like I was in a wall. Beam up to the space station and go to the ship selector to clear out my inventory a little. Put away some of those things so I don't accidentally delete them. That protected status on or off is just another pointless button to click. Helpful, but unnecessary complication. Right, let's get rid of this row of stuff, put it out the way. That's not going to get in my way now. So I'm going to back out to space. And I just figured that I should have put on some shield visuals first. While I was over there by the sun. Oh, it still seems pretty fast considering I haven't got much speed on it. Well, full impulse is still fast. Also, if I'm using pedal to the metal, if I'm using angle, I might not need pedal to the metal. So I might be able to change that trait. But before we do that, let's put on some visuals. We'll start with ship, sorry. Nice. Always a nice one, that is. The Temple Defense Shield. But after a while, everybody might end up using this if you use it too much. Adapted Mako. Assimilated. Iconian. It's alright. I think the Iconian shield kind of suits this ship because it has a kind of I don't know if you remember from the movie what the bridge chair looked like from the Insurrection movie. Like a lounge chair. The captain's chair was like a lounge chair and had the similar sort of pattern to the Iconian pattern, Iconian shield pattern on it. So it might be appropriate to have the Iconian shield on a ship like this. Counter command. Ooh, that looks nice. That looks really nice if it wasn't so dark. I don't like my ships to be dark. I think Star Trek is a bright, bubbly show, not a dark and dreary show. Jemadar. Similar to the temporal one, except not quite as shiny. Lucara. Looks almost like it looks better. Looks like a better Borg shield than the Borg shield. Where are we? Omega Force. Ooh. Now that gives it some pretty nice. I'd say that's a Ferengi look. It's covered in platinum or gold or something. Romulan. Yep. Looks like something that just fell out your nose. Geas. Not much to see there. Delta. Now that's nice. In fact, that might be the one I eventually keep. Just remember, Delta is a good one. Terran Task Force, the chocolate shield. Makes your ship look like it's made of chocolate. It's brilliant on a Galaxy Dreadnought, this shield. Especially at Middle Scale too. Dyson. Yukari. Ooh, I like that. Now that looks like something out of Tron, the movie Tron. I really like that. Riemann. This shield has been used to death. It's a good, great shield, great visual, but it's used to death by so many players. Dielectric. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go with the Lucari. It's either the Lucari or the Delta. Let's try the Delta. That's the one. Let's try the Lucari. That's the one I'm sticking with. For impulse engines, I put on the Aegeus. Because they give that loopy trail behind your ship. And for deflector, I put on the temporal because it gives you a rainbow on the front of your ship. Now let's save the loadout again. then go put those shields back on those ships where they came from. So I can have a clear inventory for when I start mastery. The only problem I have with some of this gear is the sound effect. You can't switch them off. You can switch visuals off, but you can't switch sound. And the sound effects are tied to the visuals. So you can't just switch one or the other off. You have to switch them, either have them both on or both off. Sounds and visuals. And I don't like the sound of this deflector. Kind of whining at me. Same as the assimilated module has a kind of whiny sound. And that's annoying when you're sitting trying to build a ship in space dock and all you've got in your ear holes is whiny sound. Anyway, let's go back to the ship selector and pop those things back out of my inventory. Beam down, beam up, it's quicker than flying across. Ship selector, let's get rid of these shields. Plonk. Plonk. Plonker here. Yep, I use other ships as storage, extra back slots. That inventory looks pretty clear now, so beam up. See what I mean by team boosts? He's probably testing something. That's why I like to move away, so I can get a little isolation, room for thought. It's looking quite nice, this ship is now. It looks like they've gone out hunting, slayed the queen creature from the Aliens movie, and stuck its head as a trophy on top of their ship. Like that, a GS engine effect. Yeah, that looks very futuristic. It looks almost like a 31st century ship. Right, let's check the loadouts. And they're holding good. Check the tool tray. So I must remember, the dynamic power redistribution button is my oh crap button, and I'm probably going to need it. Before we go out into doing anything, let's go out over the bridge. My stats haven't changed now that things have settled. Still good, let's look at the tactical ones. 150 hull penetration for Starship weapons. Where did that come from? Probably the Nautican set, maybe? Or the dynamic set. Sorry, what is it called? The synergistic retrofitting set. Engineering skills. Starship maximum hit points 133. I don't know if that's good or bad or average or what. Now my speed is very slow and my turn rate isn't. It's okay, it's not great. Inertia, a lot of inertia on this ship, I think. Defense rating's not bad for 4 stacks of anchored. Now, wasn't this a bit higher a moment ago? Didn't I say that we might not need this if we're using anchored? Because we want to be going full throttle all the time. So maybe put on something to help protect me while I'm anchored. I don't think I've got anything like that. Not something that is passive. I'd have to change a tool. So let's just have a think about what we've got here. I could change reverse shield clarity, but emergency powder shields and new shield over, but that would share a cooldown with emergency powder weapons, so no. I could put on extra damage or something that would repair. Oh, I know what I could do. Something that would charge up torpedoes, energy weapons with torpedoes like this. Energy weapon performance enhanced by torpedoes. That might be good. Ooh, battle ready. This might be what I'm looking for. Each time you use an engineering or intelligence bridge officer ability, you gain a defense and damage resistance rating buff for a short time. This buff stacks up to 3 times. To self 7.5 damage resistance rating for 15 seconds. Using an engineering intel bridge officer ability to self 7.5. Using an engineering intel. Hang on, that's 2 lots of the same thing. Damage resistance rating, defense rating. Let's put that on for a moment. Then go to stats and hit an Intel ability. It works. In fact, it's working really well. Look at my shields going up. Well, they were. Right, I'm keeping that. That's another heal. And I like the boxes. It's like delivery parcels. Or there is another one I could put on. Invincible. Where is Invincible? I'm not sure what it does because I haven't used it that often. There it is. When reduced to very low hull percentage, your ship becomes undefeatable for a short amount of time. During this window, all incoming hull and shield heals receive large boosts. May activate once per 2 minutes. When reduced below 5% hull, minus 50 incoming healing to self for 8 seconds. Plus 50 incoming healing, plus 50 incoming shield healing. 8 seconds, unkillable for 8 seconds. Once I do this trick, trigger again for 120 seconds. Well, 8 seconds is a long time if you've got a good mouse and you can quickly hit a heal within that 8-second window. But I haven't got a good mouse, and sometimes when I click a heal, it doesn't register. So I'm thinking this might be more my style. But we can play with the two over time and see what happens. But I'm happy to just keep battle ready for now. I can't remember where I got battle ready from. Maybe it was a lockbox or something, I don't know. So let's go back to loadouts and make sure it's still saved. I do have an idea though. I could put beam banks on the front instead of beam arrays. I may have a nice set of coalitions. They haven't got the perfect mods on them, and I've already built the ship this way. I've got coalition cannons, but they're not epicked. And I've already built the ship this way, and this video is getting a bit long as well. So I think for now I'll just stick with what I've got, because I can broadside as well. Not that anchored would be suitable for broadsiding when using a torpedo. It should be forward facing, meaning these should really be omnis. So I should really be using beam banks on the front and omnis on the back. But there's only 2 omnis that I know of that'll do any good on the back. And that's cutting beam and a disruptor omni. For a disruptor build. So, coalition disruptors, I could put the Nausicaa on the front, put cutting beam on the back, take off this and put an omni disruptor, and then use 3 coalitions. Let's give that a try, just to see. any direction of disruptor being memory. If I can find one. There it is. It's not epic. So what do we got here? 3,000. This would definitely help with anchored. We're at 11,000 with a disruptor torpedo. Do you know what? I think I'm going to keep this. Even the Terran Task Force beam looks like it's going to perform. So, if I'm going to keep this, then that means rearranging these again. And so often I use broadsiding boats that I don't think about torps or beanbags or cannons. But since the rebalancing, thinking about these things have become more worth it. What disruptor is that? I suppose that's the Terran. The jewel. Yep, that's that one. The Omni. Kinetic cutting beam. Morsicum. Morsicum. Terran Task Force. And I'm not going to go visit my bank again to put these away because I might want to switch back to more broadsidey. Layout for the weapons though. We can put that on that side, that on that side, maybe like that. So you can see all the decision process I go through while trying to build a ship. It takes ages. But I think I'm finally there. It's only taken what? Hour and a half, 2 hours? That's about average for me. Now, why is the Jem'Hadar shield there? That should be the Nukara shield. See what I mean about loadouts not sticking to how they're supposed to? Lucky I spotted that. Now, why is the ship suddenly shouting at me? Yep, save the loadouts again. So we've changed from a broadside to a forward firing bow all of a sudden. $3,300, but more squishy. So, and I've noticed your beanbags. I'm not sure if they fire less frequently than beam rays. I was noticing that earlier that on a beanbag build, the other summer ship, that when I was anchored, my beanbags didn't seem to be have their firing cycle hazed like they should. Emergency weapons cycle didn't seem to be working on them. Maybe it was just a glitch rather than a bug. A one-time glitch for that particular match, those few matches. Okay, so stats, good-ish, good-ish-ish. So I've got my oh crap button, which is this one, plus I've got my heels. These can act as heels now. These engineering abilities. They can act as bigger heels because of a trait. And nothing's changed on the outside of the ship. The visuals are still off, good. Except for the one I want. So now we go into the ship, finally. And have a look at its bridge, probably the same as the science vessel bridge. In fact, I know it is. Always takes a while to load the first time. Yeah. Loading. And here we are in our throne room, bridge. Contact duty officers. The view screen and no temporal light cruiser style view screen there. Just a static one. Small craft selector. Hello, Fat Git and Yomper. The side tunnels that don't go nowhere. Doors are closed. One on each side, and conference room with account bank and library files. That's all you get, folks, on the inside. And instead of just sitting on the seat, I like to turn and do a bit of lazy lounging. Yeah, the king is in. Okay, time for an ISA with combat meter. Just check the loadout, make sure that's remained. Yes, it has. So do is /combat log 1 team and then Q for Conduit Advanced. So they fixed this Q thing today by the looks of things. So they say. Join. Go to selected. Now it's just a matter of waiting for people to queue. And they're all probably playing Brushfire today for the second routine award. So the queue might be a little slow. You know, I've often thought on the Bridge of Starships they should have a media channel so you can put YouTube videos up on the screen or something, or play internet radio stations into your bridge so that you can have guests around to you, visit your starship and listen into things or watch things. You can on other things, on things like Second Life, so why not here? Suddenly 4 people, it's probably a 2-man team there. Forgive me, I'm just having a few puffs of nicotine and coffee. Here we go. See how this ship does on its very first battle out of its box. It's had its shakedown flight. Now it's having its first blow-up battle, which is what I suspect it's going to do. They always do since the balancing. Looks like our team doing a slow rollout. Don't need to get too close. Somebody's got good DPS and it's not me. Never is. Now please don't do a split run. I'm going too slow. I'm killing my own DPS by going too slow. And I'm getting really drop off because I'm too far away. I'm going to lose my anchored stats. I've got my survival already, so I'm not doing that. Use them now. And I've already wasted my basic manoeuvres, so keep firing and dope off the gate for a little bit like a horrible person. But it gives me time to remodulate shields and heal up a little, but not enough. Launch fighters, I'm going to die now. And there you go. Died on the first flight. Woohoo! I screwed up. I wasted my basic maneuvers. That's what killed me. Gave the ball a chance to adapt to me. No damage. Not drawing mastery, I don't think. So let's go in and kill some shit. Build up them stacks of anchored. There go those massive controls. Yeah, I'm not very good with anchor. Never have been. There's my crappy mouse showing its ugly teeth on this supposed to be intelligent. I think I can get used to this anchored on this ship though. I just hit my old crap button for the extra damage. Really spamming that keybind just to make sure everything stays up. Now let's get over there. Stop! The firing cycle haste does seem a bit less than it should. Oh crap, I'm gonna go again. Yep, second time. Yeah, I'm not gonna get used to anchoring on this ship. Damage that time, I thought we didn't get damage during mastery. Tandy's already blown before I've even re-entered the match. Oh well. In the combat log. This is the way of things now that the balance has occurred. You always die now. Well, I do anyway. Especially since I chose to use anchored stupidly. It's a horrible bad trait for bad pilots. You have to be a good pilot to use anchored properly. Anyway, let's leave the match and see what that did for my mastery. And see what the DPS result is. Right, mastery first. That's about what I usually get, just under 5,000 on a first ever battle. But it doesn't bode well. I blew up twice, but then that's my build fault for using anchored. But I'm fairly certain that anchored won't be so much of a problem once I get some of this mastery going with its resistances. So I'm in an iron about whether to keep anchored or not. Normally I'd toss it, but I want to give it a chance. Although it's a very nice ship to fly. It felt good flying it, like it was a natural extension of your keyboard. I wasn't battling the ship to keep it going. Let's see what the DPS is. Let's analyze. $43k. That's not so bad, considering I've died twice. Max one hit, 130, that's good for me. That's that torpedo probably did that. The Nausicaan torpedo. 36 crit. I didn't do much healing, even though I died twice. Maybe I should have had Invincible on. In fact, I think that's what I will do, change that, what do you call it, trait, battle ready for Invincible. So we'll look at the rest of the parcel now. I'm the green one, just a little bit below the higher person. I did more than 20% of the team, so I did more than my share. Analysis, which was me, yep. 15 kills, 99% hit rate, average crit rate of just under 37, debuff of over 100%, that's not bad for me, usually around 70 or 80. Dual beam banks, kinetic cutting beam did well. Nausicaan torpedo. Yep, it was the Nausicaan torpedo. Nausicaan energy torque that got the 130 hit. Chemicide, yeah, never does much. Terran Task Force. I'm not sure this is as good as people say. Microphoton torpedo barrage point defense bombardment. Wow, that's a mouthful. Pets? What pets? Crystalline refraction plasma. Disruptor net did nothing. Let's have a look at outgoing. Total disruptor outgoing was only 32k. Kinetic radiation, physical. Killed twice. Oh. And damage 2. Oh, I got the kill shot on the tactical cube. Doesn't mean I did the most damage, but I got the last shot in, the one that made it blow. Got a transformer. Got a cube there. And another cube there. So how many big targets are there in the ISA? There's the Guardian cube at the beginning. Then there's the left cube, that's 1. Then there's the left cube, that's 2. And the transformer, that's 3 big targets. The right cube, that's 4. The transformer, that's 5. The gate, that's 6. And the tac cube, that's 7 big targets in ISA. And 1, 2, so I got 4 of the 7 big targets. Well, I got the kill shot on them. I didn't do the most damage to them, but I got the kill shot on them. Yep, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep. I like getting the kill shots because you may not do the most damage on them, but if you get the kill shot, the one that puts them down, you've got bragging rights. That's my ego for you. I claim the kill shot. Dun, dun, dun. But it didn't get an accolade. Ego wank. Anyway, there you have it. The Son'a Intel Battlecruiser Tier 6 from the lockbox. And I think I'll stick with this build for a little bit throughout Mastery, just to see if I can get used to having an anchored build. forward firing and could put. Anyway, after this long video, this is from Meriki Command Fleet, Engineering Admiral, Fleet Admiral Alt Lexington, saying, please like this video and subscribe and make a comment and even advise me or hate me, whatever you like. Thanks for watching. Bye.